the second pieces, I did a lot of detailed things on it. But when I'm making, I lost my mind. I just making. Wow, detailed, pursuing more thing and more such as, and I forgot. When I finish, I think, yes, I spent a lot of time on it, but I'm not very satisfied with that one.
Welcome back to Artfully Crafted. My name is Alienor, and each week I travel to a craftsperson's studio, interview them and show you their work. This week we're going back to Bloomsbury to meet filigree artist Huimin Zhang, who specialises in the use of 22 karat gold. I first came across Huimin's work at Goldsmiths Fair, where my imagination was captured by the delicate and precious nature of her work. Part jewellery, part artwork, her creations are hard to place simply because they are in a world of their own. Hi, Huimin.
Hi.
Thank you so much for having us here. Just for the audience, I wanted to let you all know that we are at Cockpit, and you share a studio with 5 other people, so it wasn't possible to film inside the studio. So we're actually just a couple of rooms away, and it's kind of a through space, so there might be a little bit of ambient sound. We even tried to film at mine, and then someone next door started drilling, so that was a bust.
Yeah.
So we're adapting, as every week we're adapting to the space. So could you start with telling us about your work and the materials that you use?
I'm an artist specialist in some gold wire. I draw the gold wire to 0.08 millimeter by hand, and I try to combine some traditional technicals such as filigree, engraving, and Europe silver and gold in boundaries, such as this technical, to create my work. Because in this way, I think if we combining different traditional craft, it is one way to give the traditional craft a new life. Yes, and when talking about my recent work, the memory gland series. This series is inspired by my best friends who have breast cancer. I want to do something to encourage her. Even a short life should bloom like a summer flower. Yeah. So I use gold and my friend's hair to create my work, to conveying my friends is irreplaceable. Yes, and brilliant, beautiful in my heart.
So you weren't always an artist. You had a previous career, and you told me that before you had a product design career, and then you worked as a maker with wood, and then you started collecting jewelry.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Okay, I collect some Chinese ancient metal work for about more than 15 years, and more than 1,000 pieces.
Thousands?
Yes, 1,000 pieces. I think as a collector is the important thing that how to identify the genuine about some piece of ancient. I know different people have different methods to figure it out, but for me, I think if I learn the craft is much more easier. To do that. And I found some ancient pieces. In the ancient times, people don't have some draw the wire tools, so they just press the gold into a sheet and cut the sheet strip. Yes, and then twist the strip to make a thin wire.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So when you know that, you can recognize which is the Asian pieces, which is not.
So you can sort of see based on when the technology starts, if it's before that period or after. When did the technology start to happen?
It started from maybe Roma area.
Right.
Yes.
So you collect very old things, kind of like antique. Well, I mean, more than antique, ancient, ancient jewelry.
Yes.
So you said you have thousands of pieces.
Yes.
Do they have something in common?
Yes, I find that there is a lot of amazing technical in that pieces, and some of them are a little bit of broken. So I hope I can fix it. And when I fix it, I hope I can copy some of my collections. So I think now is the time I need to learn more technical, so then I can make the similar one with some ancient pieces. So this why I start to learn something about how to making metal work.
So you started collecting, you started fixing them, and your collection is almost like an exercise for you, a practice
Yes.
to become a jeweler.
Yes.
Did you collect those pieces because of their material properties, or is there something else which is maybe a little bit intangible?
Wow. You just asked the right question, you know. Well, when I collect some pieces, I think it's not the important thing is not only the shape, the period, it's also some pieces that can touch your soul. Yes, when I copy some ancient pieces, I find there is some important point that you should feel some the materials spiritual magnificence. Yes, from some ancient craftsmen.
Right.
Yes, that is.
So it's a connection between you and the person who made them,
Yes.
and between you and the emotions they wanted to pass on, maybe?
Yes.
You told me that after collecting these pieces and working with wood, you realized you wanted to learn more, and you told me you went traveling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Almost half a year
Yeah.
to look around and to see different traditional technical from different countries. Yes.
You said you went to Sweden, Poland, and France, Germany.
Yes.
There's one more. I can't remember, but you went across Europe.
Yeah.
And you told me something about filigree. You realized
Yes, I realized not only Chinese Asian people use filigree technical, but also Russia, Indian, American, Britain also they use the filigree, but it's a little different. Yes, they all have their good point in that kind of area. Yes, if I can learn all of them, so I can pick up the benefit.
The favorite.
Yes, and then combine them together and find my own method to create my work.
So you're trying to learn from the best filigree from everywhere in the world.
I try.
So after that, after traveling, you went to the Royal College of Art to do a master's.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about that?
Wow, it's really a good place to learning how to do contemporary jewelry. And some of my teachers, such as Jonathan Beyond, and Michael Roy, Rebecca, and Eddie, and a lot of nice people.
You made some nice connections.
Yes, and they have a very good experience about how to making contemporary jewelry. Yes, I learned a lot from them. But due to my poor English, and I'm also not a good jewelry design background, because I learned product design before.
Yeah.
So I know I have less knowledge about the history about jewelry and how to make jewelry. How is the technical exactly? So I think I need to learn more. I go to the school library. and find, wow, we have a lot of fantastic book I can learn. So I scan almost 500 books, not only jewelry, but also something relevant, some book about maybe textile, ceramic, sculptures, such as this, and translate it in Chinese.
Wait. Okay, let me get this right. You took 500 books.
Yeah.
And you scanned them all, and you translated them all.
Yes.
And then you read the translation.
Yeah.
How?
Use some software to translate it so I can study much more easier.
Okay. I thought you were going to say you had like a full-time translator translating.
My husband helped me to do that. It's not one person work in 1 year.
Yeah, because anyway, 500 books in 1 year, that's still a lot to read, even in your mother tongue.
Yes.
So if you have to also scan and translate, that's a lot. So you said with textile and lots of other, so not jewelry, not just jewelry, but everything else.
Yes.
And so what were you looking for in those books?
Well, I try to looking for some connection, not some connection between jewelry and other kind of subject. I think I can learn something from them. If you give one traditional craft to another traditional craft, you can give a new life for these things.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a little bit of interesting, such as you can use some technical from granulation, but you can use that technical into filigree, and you can find some method how to do some embroidery work. You can also use that kind of method to do your metal work.
Okay.
Yes. It is when I scan that book and learning, I feel very strong feeling about I should combine them.
Right. So you're kind of repurposing all of these different strands of craft, bringing them all together and creating your own work from it.
And when you know, for example, you know something about ceramic, you will know temperature about how to make it. But it's also relevant for when you put your metal work to the new kiln. Yes.
Okay. So each craft has transferable knowledge to another craft.
Yes.
And so together you're building a big picture of all of these different disciplines.
Yes.
That's amazing. I can't believe you did that in 1 year. I mean, you never stop learning, right?
I just begin.
You told me you went on a course last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so fortunately, I'm lucky to learn from my idol, Giovanni Corvaja. Yes,
your hero.
Yeah, yes, my hero. He is really a truly master who good at how to make some gold pieces. Yes, learning from him like you stand on the shoulder of giants. Yes.
Wow, I love that.
Yes,
that's wonderful.
So good.
So you had 1 week with him. I mean, it's hard to summarize 1 week in a few words. But what is something that will stay with you for a long time?
Yes, he gave me a lot of advice about my work. Yes, to do how to improve it, the color, because we both use the material gold. Yes, he really know much about that, and he can give you a right method how to fix on these things, how to develop these things.
Okay.
Yes, it's really a good help.
That's amazing.
Yes.
How was this organized? Did you contact him?
When Giovanni come to UK in V&A Museum to give some lecture, I come here and show him my first pieces.
Yes.
And he said, well, I said I want to have a chance to get a close interaction with you. May I learn from you? Yes. He said, okay, maybe when I have a course, I will write you an email.
Amazing.
Yes.
That's so lucky.
Yes, I'm really lucky.
What other courses have you taken? You told me you do lots of short courses.
Yes, I take a lot of short courses, some of them in UK, some of them in China. Yes, I have been learning some granulation courses in Goldsmiths Centre.
Okay.
Yes, and also some enamel course and filigree course in China. They are all short course, about 3 days to 5 days, such as this.
Okay. Yeah, so you keep building up like a patchwork of knowledge. You never stop.
Yes, because when you just read book, you can't understand some point. Yes, I search them from YouTube. Yes, but it's not enough. When you go to some course, you can ask some specific questions, and they are all masters. They can solve your problem. That is pretty good.
Yeah. I think this is the nice thing about YouTube is it gives you an introduction and you can have a chance to see whether you like something, you try it, whether you like the feel of it.
Yes.
And then if you want to, you can do more courses, and so it's a good way into things, I think, YouTube.
Yeah. Definitely.
Beyond teaching you practical things, you said that you and Giovanni talked about the deeper meaning of work. Can you tell me more about this?
Yes, both. Well, learning from Giovanni is not only the technical, but also the attitude you towards the world. It's so important for me because I really thinking, what kind of things, why I do this. I think it is some important thing that you can just do what you think is most meaningful for you. Yes, and have a clearly goal, then you can go fast. Sometimes you just can go just straight, not considering about selling something or other things. You just go straight, deep, so you can get more successful.
Yes.
Yes.
You follow your own sort of your own goal, your own guiding principle, your own objective.
Yes. And Giovanni think yes, that is a good way to deeper
Deeper work.
Yes, deep work.
So I actually came across your work the first time was at Goldsmiths Fair, and then I saw you again at the Cockpit Open Studios at Christmas. So it's really exciting to see your work kind of pop up across London. And then now you have some really exciting exhibition coming up. You are taking part in Collect Fair in Somerset House. You mentioned your mammary gland series earlier. Will you be bringing it with you to Collect, or are you showing something else?
I will showing 8 pieces. Yes, they are all brooches. I will be made now.
Yes.
And 4 of them are the new pieces.
Okay.
Yes, it's a little different. I like to, while making some new pieces, I hope I can use more and more new things, more development of technical in my new pieces. Okay. So while making some pieces, some of time it needs a long time, but sometimes maybe short time, because you don't know when you have the good idea about how to develop your detail technical.
Yeah. So when did you start working on it?
I begin that with when I graduate from Royal College of Art.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's been 2 years? A year and a
Yes,
half?
almost.
Okay,
Yeah.
something like that. That's exciting. What is your biggest challenge in creating the pieces you make?
I think for me, because I'm developing my own technical method, and then I think the hardest thing is how to put my special technical to match what the emotional things I want to express.
Okay.
Yes, I think this is the difficult things.
Have you ever had a piece where you focused too much on technical and on technical innovation and then the emotion was lost?
Yes,
Yeah.
such as my series, the second pieces, I did a lot of detailed things on it. But when I'm making, I lost my mind. I just making. Wow, detailed, pursuing more thing and more such as, and I forgot when I finish. I think. Yes, I spend a lot of time on it, but I'm not very satisfied with that one.
Okay. It's nice to know that even the very talented and the very specialized, that you can still get lost in it and sort of go down the rabbit hole. Because your work is so new and so innovative, and also the meaning is so complex, do you ever worry that people might not understand it? Maybe how it's made, or maybe what inspired it?
Okay, normally some people, when they first saw my work, I will let them touch my work.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I use a very single white to make something like some texture, gold texture.
Yeah.
Yes, I want them to touch it, feel it, and then can.
But
yes,
your work is so
yes,
delicate.
it look like
Okay.
a little fragile, but
Yeah.
when people touch it, they can feel the softness of the gold, and I will tell them which part, why I do this, and I will show them the structure, because people dare not to touch it, so she can't see the back and the whole items.
Yeah.
So I want them to feel it, touch it, and then talk to them. They will know more about my work.
Okay, so you kind of educate about your work. And
Yes.
Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, because when I saw your work, I thought, oh my God, it's...
yeah, I can understand. So I should touch it.
Especially at Goldsmiths Fair, it's everything is so beautiful and so expensive. You feel, oh, I shouldn't touch anything. So you make pieces that you want to make, but you also take on commissions?
I have to say, most of the time, I think I have a lot of design. I have a lot of different way I want to explore. So I just making focus on what I want to show to people. Yeah, someone did some commission just based on, she likes these pieces. She just want to change a little bit of maybe some back of the brooch to help them fix more harder, or yes, just some small things I can change it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and so if people, if someone wants to commission you, what would be your dream commission?
Something about history and some ancient metal work.
Okay.
Yes, I think it allowed me to get more close about the history, the traditional technical, which I really love to do that kind of things.
Which museums do you go to for inspiration? Or maybe there was an exhibition or something. What's something you have seen where you thought, oh, that's amazing?
I have to say a lot. I record them by my phone, and I make some catalog for them.
Okay.
Yes, when I have spare time, when I feel boring, I see the pictures. Wow, wow, wow. I should do that. If I combine this and this together, how will happen? Okay, I should do some experiment maybe future. Yeah.
What's the rest of the year after Collect? Will you take part in Goldsmiths again, or have
Yes.
you got other exhibitions?
I will take part in the exhibition in Goldsmiths Centre. It's called the Spotlighting. Yeah, exhibition for some new designers in this area.
Yeah.
And then go to Spain for some craft exhibition.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that you have a great year, a great time at Collect and Goldsmith and in Spain.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you so much for making the time today. I really appreciate it, and it's been a pleasure to learn from you.
Oh, you're so nice. Thank you for giving me a chance to speaking something about my work.
You will be able to admire Huimin's work in person by heading to Collect at Somerset House, an annual fair presented by the Crafts Council over the first weekend of March. I have included the link in the description below. It is well worth a visit, so hopefully see you there. Thank you for watching. It means a lot, especially as at the moment this channel is entirely self-funded. So please spread the word, like, comment and subscribe. See you next week.